Alrighty folks, welcome back to Zero Player. We have a few things to talk about to begin with. First of all, there's been another update and I'll try and flick between. So this is updated, although there's a bit of a mess over here that we'll need to sort out, and I'll talk about that in a second. So if this is the latest version, if I flick between the old version, this is old version, latest version, old version, latest version. Other than that area that I'm talking about, the second blue area, the only other differences I could see, and hopefully there weren't any other differences, because if there were, then I've missed them, are very subtle. Like up here, there's something. I don't even know if it'll be visible with me. I mean, I can zoom in, obviously, but I don't want to zoom in too much because I don't want to look too much. Up here and then down here. I think it's very subtle changes, but I've made sure those are included as well. If there's anything else, I guess I've accidentally missed it. But now let's talk about this second blue section over here. So I saw the comment that basically a comment was left saying basically okay. So, actually, before I do that, let's clean up this section because it's basically all new, and I need to get rid of stuff that I had cut out from before. So it'll be that. You apparently. So you can see a whole bunch of puzzles have changed over here. This is a significant change. And I think the significant change is because of the thing that happened with me when I was doing this area. I don't think it's just happened with me. I think it's happened with other people as well. So then in theory, I think I'll just get rid of all the purple here, and we'll just solve from scratch. So I think this is what it would look like from scratch. Except those are on there, but I mean, they're going to be on there eventually anyway, so that's fine. I'll just leave them. Just assume that we haven't got to this bit yet. And to be honest, that one's basically the same, so maybe I should just leave that intact as well. Although, I guess there was nothing there. Or I drew it on the wrong layer and I've ended up pasting over it. I don't know, but whatever. That puzzle's the same, so I don't need to solve it again. So yeah, we'll get rid of you. All right. So basically a comment was left saying, my theory for this section was this other thing. And there's the problem with that kind of comment is that as soon as I see it, my head starts just immediately all these puzzles pop up in my head and they start solving themselves. And I'm like, oh, that totally is the thing that's going on there, not the theory that I had. I don't know if it's designed such that the theory that I had, so the theory I had obviously was around being able to move these to arbitrary positions in the grid. They didn't have to be in the grid, basically. They could be half offset or whatever. And I don't know if there's gonna be something else later on that would force me to realize that that's not the case. I mean, so I guess in theory, there's things here that make more... Basically, there's things all over here, and this is the stuff that played out in my head, that make more sense now that the other idea has been suggested. So basically, the other idea is... and so what we're going to do is we're going to play back through the section with what I believe to be the correct interpretation of the rules, which is... that it's not that I need to think about how I'm doing this. Sorry, 1 second. It's not that we can just position these arbitrarily wherever. It's that, let me try to illustrate. I'm going to grab this and pull it out of there. Hopefully this still works. Oh gosh, why not? I need to flatten. I'm just going to flatten the layers down. Yeah, that makes it simpler for me. Okay. I tried to grab that better, and then I think I grabbed it worse. So we got this piece here. And so my theory before was that we just put it between the pieces. like this. They can just go like other games that I've played of this. They have this kind of twist where it's like it turns out the grid isn't really that important. You can slide these wherever you like. So, in fact, rather than just immediately say what I think the real thing is now, I want to see if this falls apart at any point in the new setup, because I think the new setup over here is meant to try and help with this in some way. So let's keep going with this. So we've got that. That goes over to here. And then, ooh, interesting. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing with this thing. They're trying to make me realize that there must be some reason I want there to be a power source here. Otherwise, why is there a ring? Because this connects across anyway. Yeah, okay. And okay. The other, like, so before, when I was solving this puzzle down here, which is the same as far as I can tell, or very similar, I was left with this feeling of why is there an extra block? And I kind of just threw it away as like, maybe it's just meant to be a kind of red herring to make you think, oh, I'll just place all 3 blocks, but no, there's still like a half block gap in the cable, and so you only actually have to use 2 if you can position in the middle. But no, I actually think what they wanted to happen with this was to make you realize that you actually do need all 3 under the correct rules. I mean, that's such a difficult thing to convey because there's no guarantee that you need all 3. Like nothing in what, like, sure, I guess every puzzle so far has used all the blocks, but there's no real reason why they have to, right? But yeah, okay, so in order to try and convey this better, they've added this thing here to make me think, ooh, but like I'm clearly trying to make a power source here. Well, it's that, yeah, and the reason that's important is because that it implies that I can't just main a constant power stream of power coming this way. So there's some reason why this can't just be permanently connected. Therefore, this can't just be in the middle like that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So the actual rule, I believe, is that still they can only slide a full space, but if they like connect up during that motion, I mean, part of that also just expects you to treat it as like a continuous motion and not just like a jump from there to there. So anyway, but yeah, so if they connect during that motion for that time that it is connected, it's not stopping there; it's going past, but it is connected for some amount of time during that that animation to the left. During that time, it's connected. So basically, we want to also move this one down. So this is here, and I slide it to the left. And during that motion, the power comes through for a moment, powers this up, and then that becomes a power source. So even though I can't keep a continuous cable from this direction, because I can't position this in the middle, I've got a power source here now. So then for the next one, it's now easier to see why there are 3 here. Let's do it. Pop all of these out. At least I think so. So I kind of, like I said, like as soon as I read the thing, like I'm kind of like I definitely would prefer to have found out whether I would have figured this stuff out without anybody saying anything. I guess I would have figured it out because this would have been replaced and I would have like resolved it because of that, but too late, I'm afraid. Too late. So yeah, I mean, I guess just to say, like, please don't post theories in the comments because even if you think your theory might be wrong and you think my theory might be correct, you might be wrong about that. It might be that your theory is correct, and then that ends up spoiling the correct theory. Anyway, so I guess what's supposed to happen here is that we're supposed to set up 2 of them so that they cover one of the gaps, and then the other one we like slide from one space to the other, and there is a moment where it's connected, and that sends the power through to there. So So that's already powered. Then we've got power going through here. This is now powered. Now this is going to be, oh, this is interesting. So this is different. No, it's not different because we just slide that down. It goes down the whole space. But in that moment, as it slides through there, it is connected. So what this is actually teaching us then is that this and this can connect briefly, even though they're not in the same direction as each other. So they connect, that gets powered up. We slide up to the top and those connect for a brief moment while it's sliding, and then it goes to here. Cool. So then this is different as well now, isn't it? So then this comes across here. Well, I guess we've only got a horizontal, so we'll be able to connect that by sliding it across. I don't quite remember what was here. This branched in different ways. It went like left and right immediately. Yeah, this one was to the right of here straight away. So it's just a different route to get to this, I guess. I guess they're all mandatory now, whereas they weren't before. So now this will be powered after I'm not going to do it, but I'm putting that there and then sliding it to the right, basically. Then, and again, there's another power source here so that power can be maintained even though that won't connect. So they're really trying to reinforce that now, aren't they? So this one seems interesting. We've got to somehow, in a single movement, connect up both this and this. How's that going to happen? So obviously these are going to be relevant. I was left with that feeling before as well of like there's some extra blocks in here, but they serve no purpose. Are they just a distraction? So obviously we could do this. Like I can see how we can make like a cascading shape where we push this one and it pushes another one. But won't that be too far over that way? Like way too far over that way. Oh, I see. Do I see? Oh, I do see. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. So let me grab. So I think the way it's going to work is this one is going to go here. We're then going to actually have one of the others a bit further over on the right. So we're pushing actually further from the right, not with one of the ones with the cable on like this. And then we're going to have the next two down to here. Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. Let's play it out so we can see. I think also the reason this was difficult is because it was expecting me to learn about multi-push at the same time. I guess I wasn't expecting it. Like I could have gone to another area first. But those two things mixed together, I think made it especially difficult to discover the correct rule in this area. Apologies if it's disappointing that I didn't come to that conclusion myself, but that's what happens. I shouldn't read my comments. Should just never ever read or reply to them. That'd be great, right? Okay, so we're doing this, and then we're gonna basically grab all of the, well, we're grabbing this one and pushing it left, but because of multi-push, they all slide, and for a moment, the cable's connected up, which passes through to there. Get me to sort some layers out over here. Yep, okay, so then this comes through this way. This is powered up. Goes across to here. So I can see how we can connect this together. We just like slide that way for a moment. It's connected. That gets, ooh. Haven't we learned from the other area that this would get unpowered as soon as it stops being a valid circle? Have we not learned that? We definitely did learn that from the orange area. Let's go have a look. It was, which one was it? Was it further down? Was it not the orange area? Was it, maybe it was an earlier blue area. It was here, it's this one. This is teaching us not to cover that because it would basically break it. So here, I'm a little bit confused then. Oh, no, I see. Okay, so the way it works is that the problem is only if you were to slide right to left. If we slide this way, right, sure, it's connected for a moment, but then we disrupt the circle. If we slide this way, they're connected for a moment, and the circle is maintained after that moment. Then we can slide this around this side, I guess. And then we want to get it to here. Right, and here we sacrifice the circle in the middle by like putting it here, pushing it this way. For a moment it's connected, the power goes across. I can draw that on. This gets powered up. I also have thoughts about this bit now, of course, because like I said, as soon as I read the thing, this whole thing just played out in my head in about 2 seconds, and it's like, oh, right. Well, not this whole thing, the previous version of this whole thing. So that's going to cover that up. So then we do lose that power, but then we just do this again to get the power back into the middle. So we've got power in all of those directions. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. I don't think I need to solve this puzzle again. Or do I? No, because like the only confusion here depended on it being multi-push, not on the like half grid positioning. Like I can see how it works without the half grid positioning, I think. Right, you just like actually it's a little bit more interesting than I would have done before. So let's do it actually. So bring these pieces out. Yeah, I think it's a little bit more particular because I can't just like make a little snake that connects up to the block up there. I think what I'm doing is this, and then like multi-pushing this that way, and then there'll be a moment while it's sliding that is connected, and that's connected, then we get the power there. Okay, so then that'll slide to that position. So then, okay, so then that is powered at this point. So then I think we just like slide that up, slide to the left. That keeps a powered thing there. We do this, slide this way. That keeps a powered thing there. Then we push over there. I might need to keep doing the whole thing because that's, okay, we use the multi-push there to get all the way to that bit. Do we want to be covering the thing entirely? Probably. Then we slide that one off. There's still a ring in that entire process. We can slide this one off as well, I guess. There's still a ring, so that's now powered, I believe. Yeah, it should be. Because we had power in this, basically, and as soon as we get to here, there's now power running like through this and through that. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So then getting this out of there to here, that might be a little bit interesting. Or is it just the opposite of what we did before? Ignore that I'm sliding this over the top of this. I'm not actually doing that. I'm sliding it down here and then... actually, is that... Maybe that's actually something worth thinking about. No, because I can just bring them both over here, get them around each other. Yeah, okay. So this is going... No. Here? Wait, how's this work again? I think I'm doing this. Yeah, this is right. Then we multi-push this way. For a moment they're touching. This goes through here. This gets powered up. This power circle gets disconnected and it stops being powered, but that's fine because we've got the power to here already. And we do truly have, let's draw the smiley face again because I was wrong about this. Oh no, I can't. I mean, I can if I do... like I'm doing this just so I can draw it again. Exactly the same thing. So get that color, which is probably just black, but why are you not filling? Wait, are you on a different layer? Which layer are you on? Are you on one of the... Oh, gosh. Drag this up here. Okay. Sure. You folks have no idea what a kind of a mess these layers are in. But I can tell you they are in a mess. Okay. Now a real smiley face. Yay. Cool. Then over here we go. Okay, and then the thing that becomes clear now is why this gate exists, because I was thinking like, oh, we can just move this piece up like a little bit, and then this piece up a little bit separately, and then the power will go through. But we can't, because they have to move a whole space, and if they move a whole space and they're only moving individually, if we're just grabbing this piece and moving it by itself, then this connection disconnects. Sorry, I should zoom in a bit more. If we were to grab this piece and slide it up individually, this connection would break, and so we wouldn't get to send something through here. If we instead open up this gate, which is easy enough to imagine how that's going to happen, we just slide that down, that powers that up, then the gate is open, then we slide this up and nudge them both, then they both move together, and there is a moment where the thing is connected like that, and it goes up there. However, this is going to get disrupted. So I think there's something more. I think we need to find somewhere where the cable comes back out into another potential power source. So I think there's going to be potentially quite a complicated sequence of steps here, like where we're sending power out here, in somewhere else, then back out there into somewhere else. I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get to it. Okay. That is that done again. All right. Have we solved the blue section well enough now? Hopefully. Now, that's not the only thing I need to revisit. We also never actually solved this puzzle properly. I did solve it for going upwards, but I never solved it for going right, and I just didn't notice. I kind of just assumed I had done that. I guess that's one of the problems with a game like this, is like there's a lot of room for mistakes like that. And I guess it probably wouldn't matter hugely if I just didn't realize that I'd never solved this puzzle, but it's a puzzle that I've missed, I guess. So technically, I haven't solved everything. Okay, so let's just do it now. So we want to transfer power to here. Do we have a power source at the top? Yeah, we do, because we've positioned those so that they're there. So in theory, we have a power source coming down or from here. Okay, cool. Yeah, and this is a power source as well. Nice. So we need to get to here. So the roots are either like directly horizontal. We've got 5 pieces, so we can't like go... Oh, it's a root trees reference. We can't go like this, because that would be 6 distance, and that would be the true for this one as well if we were to wind away. So it has to be direct, so we have to be using 4 of them. Okay, so from here, I don't think it's possible, because 1, 2, 3, and then there's no other horizontal to go there. Okay, so then from here, we need to go down. So we either have down left, which as we know isn't good enough, so we have to be going down right. And then we have 3 choices, well, 2 of them are the same. But we don't have another way of going. Like once we could do that, for example, but then we don't have another way of going. Have I ended up with a different purple color? I think I have. I don't know how. Oh no, this is just the transparent purple, whereas that's the non-transparent purple, of course. Anyway, I don't have any way of, like, after another downwards, I can only turn left, which is bad. Are we making a power source in here using these somehow and avoiding breaking it? Yeah, I see it. Okay. It just popped out into my mind. We are doing this. Wait, I haven't split these yet. No, I haven't. Okay. You are going here. Yeah, okay, this is definitely right. Just played out some more of it in my head as well. You are going here. And by which I mean here. You are going here. Like that, and then we're going to use the last one to like connect from the outside to the inside power source. Like this. Get power in there, that's a power source, then we can just slide this around the outside and send the power out that way. Okay, cool. That is done now. I think my whole ticking thing, I don't need to do that, do I? It's fine. I'll just draw that on so I know there's power there. Or I know we have had power there, I guess. That's the thing. All right, I think that means we can now move on to something we haven't done before. Okay, so so that means, well, we've done orange, right? We haven't done the bonus puzzle, but we're saving the bonus puzzles for the end. So I guess if we do this thing, the heart is like lit up briefly, but I think we probably want to make sure it's lit up permanently is the idea. So I think we're going here next. It's interesting that there's no cable going through to the black zone up here, or the rainbow zone. I don't know. It's like kind of both. I guess we're doing red next. All right. So, well, it's a multi-directional power source. So why are there gates here? So obviously I can just slide that way and it's going to become powered. And then I can just slide it over here, right? And then it gets to here and the power goes that way. Why are there gates? I don't know. They're gates without a thing going into them. There's going to be some reason, and it will make sense later, I think. Maybe. So that's powered. It goes this way. Like, I think that's fine. There's no problem with what I just did. But I think there's more to it than what I just did. Maybe. So I'll go there. Then that gate is open. It goes this way. Why bother having that gate if it's literally just opening up the way for the same power thing? Are we going to be doing something backwards at some point? That doesn't make sense. Okay, there's definitely something suspicious going on with this, and based on what happened with the blue section, I should be very wary of things I'm suspicious about. But for now, we'll just continue, I think. Okay, so this is pre-powered. We can slide this up, slide this down, and it'll power one of these two gates. Okay, so what's going on with this thing over here? Let's zoom out a bit. What is going on with one of these two gates? Well, so this would have nothing to power down here, so I think I need to take it upwards to this cable here, which is going to come across this way to there, opening up that. Oh no. Are we really doing this? We totally are. Another thing that appears in lots of other games, or I'm thinking of one in particular, but I can't say it because it would be a spoiler for that game. So just once again, just go play every other game. I think what we're doing is we are powering this gate so it's open. We are then grabbing this piece here. It's understandable how I got this to there, right? Yeah, I just lift that up, opens that gate, I slide this up there. Grabbing this. But like, what can I do with this? It can't go anywhere to help up here. Well, I think we're putting it right here, moving this thing back down so there's no power here, which is going to close the gate while there's a block there. And uh-oh, I wonder what happens to the block. Does it perhaps get split in two? I think it does. I think it gets cut open by the gate. And then we slide this way and that way, and this way, and then that way. And we have power running through there. Cool. This is fun. Neat. And then that opens that, so we could send this further now. I guess we're going to be looping around. There's some reason to go this way at some point. I wonder if that tells me anything about this thing as well. Can you power a gate just by touching the gate or something? No, if that were the case, this could just go through here without doing anything down here. I guess this is getting opened by something on the outside, right? So maybe we loop all the way around and then we can send this backwards or something. We'll get there. Let's grab our friend down here so we can see where we've taken them to. So we've brought you like up to here at this point. However, I can't get you further, so I've got to clearly do some stuff up here in this space. Make sure I get on the right layer. Okay, that. All right, this bit. Why am I not getting any sound? I mean, I'm glad because it's an annoying sound when that happens. My volume's up. Huh. My headphones are plugged in. Huh. Hold on. Let me check stuff. Let's maybe not mess with my sound settings while I'm doing stuff. Yeah, it's going to my headphones. I don't know. Weird. We'll ignore it. It's fine. As long as I can see my microphone getting recorded, we're all good. So this is going to go this way and this way. Okay, then we're going to split some more stuff, of course. Can I imagine this one without doing it? Kinda. I mean, yes, but I should play it out so that everybody else can see. So that you all can see. Now the problem here is I'm going to have to grab this in a slightly awkward way. But whatever, that'll do. So we're sliding you up. So interestingly, this is closed when it's powered. So that's the first time we see that, I think. So if we're going to do that, it's going to become unpowered. The gate is now open. Right? You're just going to have to imagine that, folks. Well, are you? I mean, I guess I could do this. That. Okay, the gate's open. Then we're going to grab this block. I'm going to slide it up here. We are then going to... What are we going to do? Actually, good point. Good question. Wait, what? I can't then just like close it again easily. Oh, no. It's not that it was... Okay, sorry. I am misunderstanding. It was... No, am I misunderstanding? It was like already powered and the thing was there. Normally they open when they're powered, but this one's already powered and it's there. So yeah, no, that must be right. Move that away and it opens. Or is this the beginning state just represented weirdly and actually it starts open even though it's clearly visible? Oh, that is incredibly subtle, but I've just noticed what's going on. So that is like higher up, I think. Like if we think of this as like a post going upwards, this is at the top part of the post, like the very top of this. Is this even visible? Very top of this thing is at the very top of the post, whereas on the ones that are down, they're also dimmer, I guess, because there's like more shadow on them, but they're at the midway point of the post. So they don't go in and out, they go up and down. That's maybe too subtle. Like, why not make it so it like slides in and out? I think that'd be clearer. But okay, so yes. So right now it's up. And so what we're doing, so it is a normal one. It's not an inverted one. It's normal. The thing is there, and it's up. That means I can push things through it. It's a bit confusing. But so what's going to happen is we're not going to lift that up because then it will close and we can't do anything. Instead, I need to grab this again. Instead, we are going to grab you and then nudge them both together using that one. And I mean, I guess I'm going to have to assume that the gate doesn't actually go down until the turn is finished. That's very much like just video game logic, though. But I'm going to have to assume that's what happens. So I've broken the connection. So you could say that it must go down like immediately and just cut off the tip of the shape. But I think that what I'm supposed to think is like, oh, the animation of it moving into that space finishes, then the gate goes down because this is broken and it cuts this in two. So I'm going to assume that's what's happening. Hopefully that's fine. Okay, then that's split in two. And then we can... there's actually two things we could do, actually. So first thing we can do is send this here and this down here and go that way. This power will come through. The thing's currently down, so I'd have to... Ooh. I think there might be a bit more of a trick to this. I'll think about it in a second. So it's going to come through this way, and then that way, and then this is powered. I guess I'll carry that all the way over to there. No, I won't, to remind me that I haven't done that bit yet. Okay, so now connecting this way might be trickier because we've got to get this open again to get you through. I see how it's done. Yeah, there's an extra step to it, but it's not too tricky. We bring this down so that this is open again. Oh, good job. I put this stuff on the wrong thing. Okay, let me move that onto the other layer that's transparent. There we go. Cool. So we've moved that down so the gate's gone up again. Move this over here, slide it up. And then we're going to, once again, push these with multi-push upwards. The thing's going to come down, but this is on this side of the gate now. And what we can do is move this one over and connect this way. So now the gate's open again. You can slide this way, go underneath, go there, and we've got power going that way. Neat. So I'm going to guess that that's the more advanced route going this direction, given that it took like an extra step to do it. Let's have a quick look at what's coming up, but I'm going to save the rest of this for next time. So how does this go after this? Well, maybe they kind of stay intertwined. Because like this bit and this bit seem to be connected. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to solve it now. I'm just going to briefly look at stuff. And there's a bit that goes down this way that lets this... Oh, in fact, that's already done. So we'll let you through. You're through to this side. So now you want to go through here. This is cute. Like it's trying to send this power source around this bit to eventually power up the middle bit, I guess. There's stuff over there. And then there's loads of stuff down here. So it clearly keeps going once we send this back. So yeah, this looks pretty complicated. Oh, and there's a whole purple area down here as well. Okay. In fact, the red area doesn't have its own heart, does it? I think it used to. In the previous version, this used to go to the left over here. But now you have to do this purple area. Maybe the purple was like a bonus area before. But all right, cool. I'll see you next time, folks, and we shall continue working on this red area. All right, goodbye.